All right, StubHub Postgame Show rolls on here from the IMG Network studios. I'm Jack Condon here as we continue along after Florida State falls at number 4 Clemson 31-14, and standing by down in the Seminole locker room alongside the head coach Jimbo Fisher, we turn to Gene Deckerhoff. Gino.
Welcome back to the Seminole Postgame Show. We're in the Florida State locker room with head coach Jimbo Fisher. And, Coach, we gave Clemson a battle right down to the wire and, in fact, had a chance late in the early in the fourth quarter to take this game from them.
We did. We had opportunities in the game, early in the game, too. I mean, could have picked up a fumble. We had a drop post. We overthrew a couple balls that were touchdowns down, just fingertips away. And you got to make those plays. And we had the ball with 3 seconds. This man, with down 3 points, about 5 minutes, and just made a mistake. And, can't have it. Good teams, when they do that, they capitalize on them, and Clemson's a good team.
Speaking on that's that thought, Coach. We knew Clemson, they're ranked number 4 in the country for a reason. They're in the college football playoff. They won the national championship a year ago. This is a good football team, and we would add them toe-to-toe.
Well, we did. And, I said this the whole time. We have a good football team if we just can learn to make 1 or 2 more plays in the right key situations. But, there's, like I say, there's no moral victories, and we have to learn to get over that hump, and we got to do a better job as coaches to get that done.
Sometimes we forget that football is a field position kind of ballgame. And, Coach, we did not get field position almost the entire ballgame. We had to start at our own 10, our own 8, field position is huge.
It did. It backed us up early, especially in the game. And some of our linemen up front weren't hearing snap counts and getting off late, and so that was giving them penetration. Then once they got settled in and we started putting a hat on a hat, we were able to move the football a lot better.
And to the defense's credit, 3 of the 4 touchdowns Clemson scored tonight were on short fields. 1 from the 20, 1 from the 28, and then the last touchdown we couldn't convert on fourth down.
They gave up the 1 long drive and then got the turnover, and then we punted back and they got the big punt return. But, our defense did a great job, had a chance to keep us in it, and created some turnovers for us tonight, and they played their tails off.
Jimbo, speaking about playing the tails off, we don't have the final defensive stats, but the last time I checked, Derwin James, Hamson, Nasruddin, and Matthew Thomas all had 9+ tackles in the ballgame. These kids played hard tonight.
God, our kids are playing hard. They're competing on all sides of the ball in every phase. You look in that locker room afterwards, and there's a lot of distraught guys that, we got to learn, and we got to help them find a way to get over that hump.
We'll have more comments from head coach Jimbo Fisher after we pause for these messages. Welcome back to the post-game report. We're talking with head coach Jimbo Fisher. Coach, we talked about the defense just a moment ago. 3 guys leading the way. And how about the multiple takeaways? We haven't done that very often this season. We had 2 key takeaways in the ballgame.
Really did. Got 1 on the goal line, which stopped the drive, and then we got the one that they had a chance to win the game, and we turned it right back over.
Offensively, Coach, we've had a rough time in the third quarter. Tonight, you pulled a trick play out of your bag of plays, and the little double reverse flea flicker for 60 yards to Ryan Izzo. We scored a touchdown in the third quarter.
We did. We had a drive in the beginning. That was the second one there. We scored one in the third, and on another deal on a drive on a hit of Nooney down the middle, and then we had one to Auden Tate. If we could have just got right off his fingertips, we had another one there. And then we had Nooney down the sideline again. I mean, we had opportunities. We just got to learn to find. Again, I say how many times this is the season of inches, and we just keep being on the wrong side of them.
Jimbo, in the first, we're taking on the 4th-ranked team of the country, the defending national champions. We look at the scoreboard at halftime. We're down 17-0. What was it like in the locker room at halftime? We're down 17-0. We came out and made a game of it.
Well, Jim played well. I knew we had an opportunity or 2 in the first half, but just 1 score. You get back to get it a 2-score game and then get it going, and our kids kept their poise and come back and fought like we always have.
Coach, after we recovered the fumble at the Clemson 46-yard line, we had a chance there. We were down 3 points, as you mentioned, about, 6 minutes to go in the ballgame. A chance to maybe steal one on the road. The very next play we threw an interception. Was it some sort of change of coverage, or what did James see, and what did he not want to do?
No, we'll look at the film and see, but it looked like a mistake. We got to keep the ball outside where we went, and just got wanting to make a play too bad.
Coach, we got 3 games left to go, and it begins with homecoming this weekend. Delaware State comes to town, and I know this team gets back to home. 2 of our final 3 games are home games. Coach, how important are these last 3 games?
Huge. We're going to go play our tail off for 3 games. We're going to play great football for 3 games and end this season the right way.
Thank you very much. Head coach Jimbo Fisher, his comments on today's game against the Clemson Tigers. Our postgame show continues after these messages.
Well, final visit here inside the IMG Network studios. Jack Condon along with you here as we get ready to sign off for the evening as Florida State falls at Clemson 31-14. The Seminoles' record now sits at 3-6, 3-5 in the ACC. Coming up next for the Noles, we return home for a bit of a breather as Delaware State comes calling at Doak Campbell Stadium. Florida State gets underway against the Hornets at noon next weekend, giving you a couple extra hours that Saturday to get out for your Thanksgiving holiday. We will be on the air at 10 a.m. with the Winn-Dixie Tailgate Party, and and the Nissan countdown to kickoff. Hey, don't forget to also join us this Wednesday from 7 to 8 Eastern Time for the Jimbo Fisher Show, where we'll talk to Jimbo live about tonight's game. We'll look ahead to next week and the final 3 games of the season as well. But we'll send you home tonight. For the entire crew at Death Valley in South Carolina, Chris Culp engineering and spinning the dials for us, Keith Jones producing and contributing in the booth, Tom Block, William Floyd, and the voice of the Seminoles, Gene Deckerhoff. I'm Jack Condon here inside the IMG Network studios. One more time, your final score: Florida State falls to Clemson 31-14, and you heard it all right here on the Seminole IMG Sports Network.